Welcome to Entertainment Gist Arena. My name is Casper. And of course, if you see me for here, you know, say it be your daily update where I they bring to you. So today, you know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is in the news. But before we go tackle what John Dramani Mahama talk, no. If you be somebody where you dey Ghana here or you dey across the world, but you dey follow the public account sittings where they go on in Ghana, you go know say it no be only our politicians or the people where they sit in parliament alone, where they see the public funds, but rather some of our leaders where we put them in some of our public spaces, you know, it be them where they steal the public funds. So today in the press conference, you know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has said to meet the Chief Justice, Attorney General, and other stakeholders on Thursday over recurring mismanagement of public funds identified in Auditor General report and fast-track prosecutions of individuals implicated. Watch the video.
We leave office. When you leave office, you must be able to hold your head high. Wake up in the morning and not fear that anybody will call you to come and account for anything because you did things the way you should have done them. Recently, I've been watching the Public Accounts Committee, and it's so pathetic. You know, why must we every year congregate at the Public Accounts Committee, and then you hear all kinds of atrocious, you know, things. I mean, recklessness with public funds and resources. And so I have a meeting on Thursday with the Chief Justice, the Attorney General, and others to find a final solution to this Auditor General's report. That persons who are found guilty of infractions or do not follow due procedure or lead to loss of public resources, we must have a fast-track process to Nsawam, you know. Fast-track, before you see you in Nsawam, 6 months. You know, until we do that, until there's a deterrent, we're going to come every year and they say total misappropriation and infractions of found out by the Auditor General is about 15 billion cedis. I mean, if we save 15 billion cedis, can you imagine what it could do? You know, and so we're going to have a meeting, we're going to brainstorm. We've not fully implemented the constitutional provision. There's a part of the provision that says after the Public Accounts Committee has sat on the Auditor General's report, Parliament must set up a committee. What we don't know is whether it should be a parliamentary committee or it's a committee not necessarily made of parliamentarians to implement the findings of the Auditor General. Right now what we use is the audits, the ARICs.
These be the leaders where we want in Africa. These be the leaders where we want in Ghana. And these be the leaders where we don't want make them lead one institution. We don't want leaders where they be talk and do. We know the one leaders where they go can't tell you, say, you know, vote for me now. If I come into office, I go make sure, say, I go arrest this person where he steal this public fund. I go make sure, say, I go retrieve this public fund. Then if he come into office, then he go do like he forget the promises where he make. We don't talk to you know what. We don't talk to you His Excellency. They do everything 100%. There are some things where we don't want make you do where you know they do. But there are some things where we don't want make you do where they do, and that be where we there today. His Excellency if it be me, this country know they need leaders like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, even though he be good man. You know they need this kind of leaders. We they need leaders where if you still want to see this, you go jail. If you be me, I be the president of the land. If you still from 10,000 downwards, you go chop 5 years. If you still from 10,000 to 20,000, you go chop 10 years. 20,000 to 30,000, you go chop 15. 30 to 50, you go chop 20. So the next person will go come into that office. And if you can't see something, the person when they work for there before, he still this amount of money where they serve 5 years, they serve 10 years, 15, 20 years. He no go 10%, he go steal the public funds. Because this country now, we the need leader way, the 3-year thing, we the need leader way you be talk and do. We not the one leader way. We are tired of the leaders. That's why they make most of the people know. Then disasters, then they don't go vote again. Because each and every time, any politician where they can be, you go promise you say to vote for me. Now if I come, I go make sure that I go do this, I go do that, I go do this, I go do that. But in the end, if they come into office, they go do like they forget. That's what most of the Ghanaian disasters say. They don't go vote again. So this time around, His Excellency is not here to joke. You chop the public funds, you go jail. You chop the public funds, you go jail. And I believe in John Dramani Mahama because he go fit do. If family member can misuse the public funds, then sack him. So I feel that this guy if continue, if the next government also come, make it can continue what this previous government they do. If be so, he go. And if you go on like this, Ghana will be a better place. The people where they are supposed to use the money, they don't give the money to those people. One person they sit on the money. This be the country where we they live in. That's why they talk say, you chop 10,000, they come down, you dey go 5 years, 10,000 to 20,000, you dey go 10 years, 20 to 30, you dey go 15, 30 to 50, you dey go like 20 years. That be how we for the do am. So the next person wey dey come, they no be steady. I dey beg you, if you be somebody where you get time. If you be somebody where you get time, I go beg you say, follow this public account committee sitting where they go on in Ghana. But before you go watch the public account committee sitting where they go on, I dey beg you, if you get heart problem or you get BP, make you no temper, because there are some kind of monies where they mention for there that had been allocated or assigned, say make them take care of us. That one person they sit on the money, so make you no go watch, right? Because your BP, it go rise. I take you through some of the issues where they discuss for the public account committee sitting there. 1,449,000 Ghana cedis is lost in one institution. That stands now. They ask the doctors for their saying to know where the money passed. They don't know where the money passed. Then ask them for the public account committee sitting saying to know where has the money passed. Then they sit down, they laugh.
Look, sir, I can wipe that smile off your face right now. I can wipe it off your face right now. You think we are joking over here, right? Director General, I've given you my recommendation. Either you get the police involved or Yoko involved, because it doesn't smell good.
Recommendation well noted, and I plead with the committee and chair that I would personally take great interest in this, and we'll go back to the drawing board and see what is happening there. Thank you.
It will be part of your report to us in 30 days.
And if you go to this institution now, there are people where they work for them where they know they pay them. You know, be say everybody where they work for the institution, then everybody be okay for them. But yes, still no. Government has allocated an amount of money to the institution, and one person they sit on the money, validating people who are no more working. Them they validate people where they know they work again. Me myself, I decided, okay, me I no go work again, but still them validate the person where they still they pay the person. This be the country where we they live inside. Someone is dead for 26 good months, but them still validate the person, they still they pay them over 2 years. This be the country where we they live inside. They are paying people for 13 months, 22 months, 16 months, but the people are not still working. But still, there are people in the institution that they are not paying them. This be the country that we are living inside. Somebody they feel sit down for your office, then write 1.3 million Ghana cedis contract, give somebody without entity tender committee. This be the country where we they live inside. You go sit down in your office, feel comfortable, sign contract worth 1.3 million Ghana cedi, give somebody where entity tender committee no know. This be the country where we they live inside. Now, if you go to Okonfanoche Teaching Hospital for Ashanti Regional, it be like last 2 years or last 3 years, where or 2 4 or say to the king of Ashanti Regional, he can make a press conference. They talk into the Okonfanoche Teaching Hospital. They need a lot of infrastructures. There are some things that are outage. There are some renovations where the hospital they need. So make the president of the land help them, make he can watch the Okonfanoche Teaching Hospital. But today at the public account committee meeting, you go know say one person write to the government saying then they won't buy a computer monitor that is worth 84,000 Ghana cedis. One computer monitor, be the computer set for even the computer set, how much be the computer set? When they say that they buy the monitor, 84,000 Ghana cedis, so then they buy 2. This be what they go on in some of our institution. And if you go to a Okonfanoche Teaching Hospital, there are some workers where they work for the hospital there that are not being paid. But this be the money where they go on for them. But they ask this person, say, what computer are they going to buy, which is worth 84,000 Ghana cedis? He says, it was an error. So the money, initially the money is 17,000. Even I asked myself, say the 17,000, which computer monitor they worth 17,000 Ghana cedis? And here, when you work out the computer monitor, they do. When you work out the computer monitor, they do. When they go buy computer monitor, that is worth 84,000 Ghana cedi. This be the same hospital where the king can talk saying, the hospital they need renovation. The hospital they need saying, there are some things in the hospital that are outage, so they for change them. They waste this kind of money for there. Where this kind of money go to do a lot of things for the hospital. This be the kind of leaders we have in the country. Paying car maintenance allowance to people without any information on file. They pay some people car maintenance allowance. That people are not working for the government. This be the country where we they live inside. Give someone 7 years steady leave, no paperwork, and still paying the person for 7 good years. Why? You give somebody 7-year leave, no paperwork, but you still they pay the person for 7 good years. Why? This be the country where we they live inside. Somebody, you give the person 7-year leave, And I ask myself, say, as I hear this meeting or as I hear this information, I ask myself, say, you know, we can't leave try they give the person when you give the person 7 years because you know what they want to do. So you give somebody 7-year leave, then you still they pay the person for 7 good years. Then they keep the money. What there are people where they work for the institution that are not being paid. This be the country that we are living inside. Some were giving 22 million Ghana cedi, but still can't account what they use the money for. They have been given 22 million Ghana cedis, but if you ask them today, say, you know, what did they take the money to do? What they take the money do? They know the fee account for what they take the money do. Then they laugh. They say you be joke with the joke. They ask the person, say, what he take the 22 million Ghana cedi do? He talks say they take do road, and them a town there. If they do the road, if it rain, then the water will wash away all the gravel. So they have to do the road again. So if you have been given these 22 million Ghana cedis, why are you not getting at least one single road that have been working perfectly? Because you not go fit tell me say 22 million Ghana cedis, you not go fit do one better stretch of single road. Then they tell me, say, you know, anytime they go put gravels for Toby, and if it rain, then the rain go wash away all the gravels from the road. So if you do the road quota, like, how would the rain wash away the gravels? That's why they tell you, say, you know, we get leaders where they steal the public funds. Then we talk, say, you know, if you want a ministers, if you want a leaders for the parliament, the way they steal the public funds. Yes, you know, these are the people where they put them in public spaces. They see the abysmal use where they use their public funds. Signing 2 different contracts at the same day with 2 different rates. They sign 2 different contracts at the same day with 2 different rates. You give this one this rate, you give this one this rate, the same different contracts. These be the leaders where we put them in some of our institutions. So I ask myself, you know, in the previous administrations, what were they doing? Why were they not seeing what they go on? These people, if you know be today where they can't do these things, like these people go scot free, then these people go see you for road top, then they go tell you, say, you know they like work, the youth know they like work, there are a lot of work where the youth know they do. But this money has been assigned, this money has been allocated to your institution, say, you know, take pay the people, take betterment the place where you do work. But yes, you know they do what they take the money give you, say take do, they sit on the money. But yes, you know there are people where they work for the institutions that are not being paid. These be the leaders where we get in some of our institutions, and these be the leaders where they lead some of our jurisdictions. Paying 17,000 cedis to people who are physically fit instead of disabled people for 3 good years. Then give you money, say, you know, this money, you know, make them take pay disabled people. But the headmaster for the school, you know, he registered his name for the disabled people inside where they take the salary of the disabled people for 3 good years. Meanwhile, you go there, the disabled people for there, and where they supposed give them the money, you know, some are there that are not being paid. But this person is able and they are paying him as a teacher, and he said they take money as a disabled person, while this money go fit do a lot for this disabled person. You get better legs, you get better hand, you are able, you go fit walk, you go fit go and come, you go fit do whatever you want to do. Then the government give you money, saying, you know, take this money, give these people where they no go fit work. Take this money, give these people where they no go fit do work. Then you one person, you know, you sit for the money top. Then in the end, the thing where they trap me, so no crime said this person go see you for road top, they go tell you say who pay you, man. So this be what they go on for the one public account committee. That's why they tell you, you know, if you get time, I beg you follow this public account committee, and you go know how wanna lead they use our public funds. So I like the way His Excellency Ankasa stepping, because it is saying, you know, if they are able to retrieve all this money, the money go to do something for the nation. That's why I like what His Excellency they do. So this be what they go on in Ghana. And anybody where they follow the public account committee meeting, you know, I know saying you also they see what they go on in Ghana, but I go beg you saying, you know, find time then watch the public account committee meeting where they go on, because it is for you and it is for me. So without wasting my time, you know, this be how we bring you to the end of today's video. See you again in our next video. Thank you.